Where's Waldo meets Carmen Sandiego. Also, it won Game of the Year? Find out what it is with Kylie's Picks of the Week. Hey everyone, it's Kylie coming at you from Games Unlimited. My pick of the week, I'm so excited to finally get to talk about MicroMacro Crime City. Now, we've had intermittent copies of this game. I haven't wanted to do a video until we had plenty of copies because I know once you find out what this is all about, you're going to want to come down and pick it up. So rest assured, we have a bunch of copies as of this date. This won the Game of the Year this year. It was a game I hadn't really paid much attention to until it won because I thought, oh, this looks like an interesting, weird gimmick. Maybe I'll pass. But the nice thing about this game is you can actually try it just by looking at the box. So on this cover here, you might see there's a lot going on. There's basically a giant image of a city. And you quickly realize what you're looking at is not a whole bunch of people. There's a ton of people in the city, but you actually are seeing snippets, sort of like a time-lapse snippet of the people moving throughout the city. So if you find a particular person, you can maybe look in the direction they're going, find what they were doing in the future, or look backwards and see what they did in the past. And that is crucial to this game because what you're trying to do is solve a series of crimes. I believe there are 16 in the box. So you will start off with a card that says, here's the overview of the case. First things first, maybe, can you find the body? The body's located near the hamburger stand. So you look around the whole map, try to find the hamburger stand. Oh, there's the hamburger stand. Oh, there's the body. Okay. So now that's a spot. And then you look around, trying to find clues as to what happened. Now the cards will give you additional clues. So the normal way to play it is flip to the next card once you find what they're asking for, and then it will say, okay, can you find the murder weapon? Maybe this happened, and you're going to try to find that somewhere else on the grid. Generally speaking, you might have to track backwards in time to see what was the motive. Why was the person killed? Were they into some shady business? Were they talking to someone they shouldn't have? Or you'll move forward because it'll say, what happened to the criminal? Where does the criminal live? You need to find the person who committed the crime, follow them back to their house. And of course, the cases get more and more complicated, but it is a fascinating experience because by the time you've done 6 or 7 cases, you've really scoured this city, but you see all sorts of things. You're like, what's going on with that person? Why are they doing that? That's not related to this case. Maybe they'll be related to another case. Maybe they won't because they've actually hidden all sorts of details in this map. There are cases to solve that aren't even in there that you don't know anything about. Plus, you can play the game on a more of an expert mode where you don't even go through the cards. You just start off with the body at the hamburger stand and look around, try to find as many details about it as you can. And when you think you know everything, go through the cards and see if you've answered all the questions that they have for you. It is an experience unlike anything I've had at the gaming table. Fully cooperative, you can play solo, you can play with people. Game comes with a magnifying glass to help you sort of look at the finer details of what's going on. Plus, we now have the sequel in stock, MicroMacro Full House, which does have some more family-friendly cases. So I've actually played this game with my kids, 5 and 7. They really enjoy it. It's not too graphic. I mean, there's just sort of line-drawn, two-dimensional black and white figures. But if you're concerned about some of the subject matter, because it does deal with infidelity, it does deal with murder, Full House, the sequel to it, has a lot of family-friendly cases in it, so they wanted to make that a bit more of a focus. I haven't had a chance to try it yet, but I'm sure once I finish all 16 cases here, I'm going to move on to that one. That's MicroMacro Crime City, this year's Game of the Year winner. We have plenty of them in stock. Come on down. Like I said, you can look at this box cover and solve a case just from that, so you'll get a sense of how the game plays. I'm Kylie at Games Unlimited. Come on down, pick up a copy of MicroMacro, take it home, and unbox some fun.